just an appetizer anymore. Chef Tako!
Whoa, sorry, still having a bit of trouble with the ceiling fan. Well, hello, I'm Tako the Octopus, and tonight I'll be cooking your dinner. I thought we'd start with something foul. Something good, not bad. Something bird, yes. What kind of bird? How about something different, like pheasant, or maybe a little grouse on toast? Quail, perhaps? Ooh, they're quite nice. What about thrush, or lark, or fig pecker? All good choices. Seagulls, on the other hand, not a good choice. And pelicans...
Let me out of here, you carnivorous buffoon!
Let's just say pelicans are a bit higher on the food chain than most octopi. Ugh. No, today we're going to do something special, something exotic, something big. So without any further ado, let's bring out that bird. It's a chicken.
It's a capo.
Yeah, but that's still a chicken.
Well, yes, technically.
And what happened to the ostrich?
He's not feeling well.
He's not feeling well. A chicken's not very exotic. But I suppose we can pretend it's a fancy bird. Now, your average chicken is quite a versatile bird. Roasting is wonderful. Broiling, ooh, superb. Frying, grilling, stewing, flambé. Ah, yes, braising, delightful choice. Of course, no matter how you cook it, the best bird for any situation is the freshest. I'm not saying you have to build a chicken coop in the backyard, but it doesn't hurt. If you've got some old ratty clothing, preferably something red, now would be the time to put that on. A rubber apron might also be a good idea. Running shoes are, of course, a must. Chicken to run my show and then run back and forward. Oh, chicken to dumb it or freaking run that bramble after. In a pinch, a frozen bird will do, assuming it's properly thawed, of course. Under most circumstances, I'd recommend against thawing in the microwave, but Deep Fried Live does not recommend thawing a frozen chicken in the microwave. Thawed foods cook much faster than frozen in a microwave, so some parts cook as soon as they thaw while others stay frozen. The best way to thaw a chicken is to put it in the refrigerator for a day until all the meat comes to a thawed temperature without going bacterial, i.e. above 40 degrees. If you don't have a day to wait, place the chicken in a waterproof bag, drop it in some cold water, and put it in the fridge for several hours. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Son of a... That'll grow back, yeah. Now, as I said, there are numerous established ways to prepare your bird. Tonight, however, we're going to try something different. Something a little more sunburnt. If you know what I mean. Beer can chicken! That's right, we're cooking with barley and hops. Call it a drunken rooster if you like, just don't call it dry, because this is going to be one tender and juicy fowl, full of flavor and, well, beery goodness. Now, the direct benefits of shoving a can of beer up a bird's backside are twofold. One, you've got yourself an inexpensive upright roaster, perfect for grills, barbecues, and ovens. B, the beer steam cooks the bird with moist heat, sort of like braising it from the inside, thereby making it exceptionally moist and juicy. And two, the bird on the can presentation makes an excellent conversation piece at parties. Now, the first thing you do is drink some of the beer. A better beer will of course make this part more enjoyable, but the overall benefit to the bird is negligible. Sorry, we need beer in a can. Your average overpriced, overspiced microbrew only comes in a bottle. Please try again. Yeah, pub drafts are nice, but if you get one of those nitrogen cartridges in the can, you'll be pulling chicken parts out of the pool for a week. Try something else. That's probably the best choice for what we have in mind today. Now, before you go impaling your bird on a can of brew, you're going to want to add some flavor. There are numerous methods for doing this, chief among them being rubs. Dry rubs are, as the name implies, a dry mixture of spices that you rub on a piece of meat. They typically include the likes of black pepper, paprika, chili powder, and other aromatic spices. When flavoring beer can chicken with a rub, you need to lift the breast skin up to get the rub in direct contact with the meat, otherwise you're just flavoring the skin. Olive oil or lime juice can also be added to make a paste out of your rub. Another good idea is to put your dry rub all around the inside of the bird before popping it on the beer can, thus allowing the beer steam to drive the flavors into the meat. In any case, let the bird sit for an hour or two in the fridge to soak up the spices before putting it on the grill. Brining a chicken will make a bird more tender and juicy by forcing additional liquid into the cells before cooking. It's an osmosis kind of thing. Whip up a brine solution by using about 1 tablespoon kosher salt per cup of water and completely submerge your bird in this for an hour or two before cooking or flavoring with a rub. In addition to adding more liquid to the meat, the salt will make the chicken's flavor a bit more assertive. Some people add sugar to the brine, an interesting idea depending on the rest of the flavoring steps, but a salt-only solution works fine. And marinades. A marinade is a concoction that adds flavor to a meat while at the same time acting as a tenderizer. It's the acid in the marinade that denatures the proteins, thereby making the meat more tender. This is a lot like cooking the meat, at least from the protein's point of view, so excessive marinating will cause the meat to lose some moisture, but it'll definitely taste more exciting. Because I'm fond of kitchen gadgets, I'm going to be adding a Cajun marinade. via my nifty marinade injector. If you're one of those people who can't watch ER because of all the icky stuff, you may want to turn away now. When injecting, be sure to spread the marinade around by repositioning the needle, but try not to remove it completely. Fewer holes means fewer places for the juicy stuff to escape. The swelling is normal, albeit a little creepy. Once you finish injecting your bird, let it sit in the fridge for at least an hour to soak up the punch. As always, be sure to wash your tentacles immediately after handling any raw meat, and try to keep your countertops as clean as possible. Ew, you definitely don't want any late-night salmonella invasion. So, where do you cook it? A grill works great, as long as you use indirect heat. If you're going to cook over charcoal briquettes, let them burn down, then shove them to either side of the barbecue and put the chicken right in the middle. For all you yuppie rednecks out there, we're going to be cooking our bird in an oven, thereby producing a nifty byproduct, beer gravy. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. A 4-pound bird should take a little over an hour to reach the 165 degrees necessary to be fully cooked. A remote meat thermometer lets you keep an eye on the bird's temperature without opening the oven door and losing the heat. For extra credit, you can roast your bird at 500 degrees for the first 10 to 15 minutes to get some nice color on the outside. This is similar to searing a piece of meat before roasting it to add flavor in the browning process. Be aware, however, that this will dry out the meat more than simply roasting it at 350 degrees. For those of you thinking about trying this with a much larger bird, and hence more cans of beer, After your bird is cooked, you'll notice the can still has quite a bit of flavorful liquid inside it. Do not, I repeat, do not drink it. While I'm very fond of the local emergency room staff, I try to avoid third-degree burns whenever possible. Yeah! Do, however, cook up the fat drippings with a little flour to make a roux. Then add the remaining beer and, perhaps a little chicken broth, and reduce into a wonderful beer gravy. Isn't modern food science wonderful? Beer can chicken. It's plump, succulent, and incredibly delicious. What could be more appealing?